welcome back to Leslie Crafts, and today we are going to be doing this card here. So, and that's the design that we're doing. Same design, different look. So we are going to do from start to finish on this one. So it's going to be a long video. I've got all my things I need to know on there. I have also pulled out all my ephemera, which I've been busy cutting. And again, all the links to everything will be down below. That's just not a piece one thing. Got my gems for later. Got the card, the basic blank. So yeah, so we can carry on and start cutting. So we're going to cut the card bases first. So I need 6 of these, 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. And these are going to be, these are all UK sizing. I know a lot of card makers out there are US, and ones that do UK tend to be in inches. Not inches, centimetres. Don't do centimetres. This is 4 and 1/8. Chop that down the middle. So you've got all your card bases there. Should have 7 of these. So obviously I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do on this one is we're going to cut all the little black squares now. So, which is 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to do the 2.5 first. Don't think it really matters which way it is. Excuse me. I do have a cold for some reason. That's probably from in here and at work. Because it's absolutely freezing again. So I do apologise about me sniffing and everything else, but yeah. So I like a bit of black, we've got my black scraps. And then we need these at 2.5. So these are 2.5 by 3.5. And again, you need 8. If you're doing the same amount as I am. So that's 3. I think you get 9 out of here. Excuse me. So, like you say, this is going to be a very long video, but yeah. If it gets too long, I don't know. I would split it into 2, but I don't know. So now, because it's a black base, I need a white inside. So these are going to be 3 7/8 by 5 and 3/8. Now I can only get 1 per sheet because this is a US size. So I might not have all to I don't have enough to do all of my insides, but I will get around to doing them all. I'm literally just trying to use a card I have got out of subscription boxes and things like that, which I've never used, but yeah. So the bottom half of this is too short for a for a UK card inside. So excuse me. Right, I will just there you go. I don't know how many I've got, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've got 7, so that'll be fine. And then the next piece of card you need is 1.5 by 5 5/8. So I'm going to do the 1.5 strips first, and you can get 2 out of each strip. So I'm just going to count 2, 4, 6, and I've got 1 down there. So I don't need that anymore. And again, pop all these together, and these are 5 3/8, I think. Yeah. Five and 5/8, sorry. I'm just going to double check that now. I've just cut it all. Basically, it should be the same length as your paper. Now mine's a little bit shorter because, yeah, it is 5 and 5/8. That's fine. That goes in my coloured thing. That is not an issue because I've got loads of cards. So this is 1.5 by 5 5/8. So that's 2. 4, 6, and it's 5 and 5/8. Go. Now we get to the paper. Now you choose what you want for your front and your back, you know. So I'm going to slightly different to what I've done. I'm going to do this one, which is 3 and 7/8. And you need 2 sheets of each. You might just need one of the other. Yeah. So you need 2 of your base and 1 of your normal, like ink thing. Such a base. Don't use them. And then just turn that around. And this is a 5 and 5/8. You're going to get 8 of these, even though I only need 7. But yeah, it's a spare will just go back in and get used up for something else. And then for this one, you need 1 sheet. So this gets cut at 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to do the 2 3/4 first. So that's 2. Looks, yeah, you do need 2 sheets. For some reason I wanted to just put 1 sheet. But you do need 2. Is that on TV? But this is at 3. Yeah, 3 3/4. So that's 2. 4. 6. So you only need one sliver. So it's 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. So even I get muddled up even though I've written it all down. There we go. It goes to one side. I think that's all cutting, she says. So you should have a little pile of papers and cards, just like so. Put it inside. So blank. Now, while there is some stamping to do as well, but we can do that thing. So I'm just going to literally bit these over and just score them. So you can use pre-scored card if you wish, but I just want to use what I have, and you know, I know there's a couple of people who are doing Shop Their Stash this year, so you know, this is quite good if you've got ephemera that you want used up, or you know, you do craft shows, just want to send out thank you cards. Don't have to be thank you cards, it can be any card you wish. So that is all the cards, so 7 of them, because obviously I've done 8. And then we're going to pop the inside of them in, and I'm just using my Collall glue. So I'm just going to give this so inside. This is slightly shorter than what I said because obviously I done my measurements wrong, but it's 4 7/8 by 5 5/8. So then I'm just going to put the top layer of paper on. So as we're doing all this can start drying. Everything else, if you wanted to, you could use different papers if you've got them all in the same pad, you know, but this is just something you know. So yeah, so if you like him a series, let me know. And again, if I was technical and I could put it all into a PDF and link all that then I would do, I'm not, but I am going to try and link it all onto my Facebook page, so that will be linked underneath, as well as who I use for the papers and the ephemera and stuff like that. So yeah. So if you wanted to, Natalie's papers come in 4s, so you could do, you know, 1 sheet of each, and you could have, you know, the 4 different designs featured in all of them. Or if you've got other digital papers, again, you can, you know, mix and match. So yeah, so like I say, I've got loads of digital papers, especially from Snap, Click and Supply, especially when we do One Book Thursday, One Book Wednesday, but it comes into force for us on a Thursday. That's why I keep on thinking it's Thursday. So yeah, it's always quite good having a look. It can be quite dangerous because obviously you can get more than what you actually need. But yeah, so, and again, it's a great way of getting some of the American papers, if, you know, especially when we can't readily get them. You know, so I don't know whether or not I'll get it this year, or I'll see how it goes. Because I've just got myself a supplementary printer. I was thinking of maybe getting either a wide printer, format printer, so I could do wrapping paper, or a 12x12 printer. I've only got a limited space, so I don't know whether or not, just to save up, have the money ready, so when I get a bigger space, and yes, I will be getting a bigger space eventually, even if the person doesn't know it yet, and then get, you know, get them there and get it all done. I say that the person who I'm meaning is not on YouTube, oh, doesn't follow me on YouTube. So, so yeah. So, but no. So, do all of this. I've got to get hold of somebody to clean my garden. I've got the gardener come and he's cut it all back and stuff, and I've got somebody else coming in to maintain, but they can't come in, they're not coming in until the weather gets better, so that's going to be March. But in the meantime, which again I can't do it until March, I need to get what's being cut out of the garden. And the landlord might not like it. I accidentally got rid of a bush. It was a pain in the arse. So got rid of that. Kept the tree. What did you want? A tree of the bane of my life is that tree. So this is the last one. And also it shows you, even though I'm talking and, you know, doing stuff, it just shows you how quick you can do 8 cards with just a few supplies. So, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, oh, it's taking me hours to do this. No. If you have everything prepared beforehand, you can do them. So I'm quite happy to do people's thank you cards. I have a box ready to go with all these designs ready to go. Well, most of these designs ready to go. Might do a video actually. So these are all like the base cards done, and then we can add this strip here to them. So again, I've just picked yellow because obviously with the crime scene tape, that's it really. I mean, this goes dead in the middle. So again, it's just a case of yeah, getting it all cut out to begin with, and then just doing one step at a time, and then going from there, really. So I've got some new dies coming. I know I've got loads of dies, but I've got some new dies coming. Some are to do for this little bit of a swap I'm doing, and then some are just because again I want to do some cards. I've got some papers which I think the dies will complement, so again you will see them again. And also I want to join in with die cut Monday, so I might not get done every Monday, but my aim is to have at least 2 per month, and then, you know, if I've got time, do more, if, you know, but I think I just want to aim for 2 per month, and I think that's more than you know, for me at the moment. I don't want to become bogged down. This is why I've got my little tub of things I want to do, and doing this little bit of a swap is quite good, because again it's doing something a little bit different, and I can get, you know, so yeah. So we can hear the rain on the roof. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm so glad I'm off now for 3 days. It just means that if I do come down with this cold and it comes out, then I'm not going to be missing work, because it takes it out of me nowadays. Right, this little bit here we're going to put on the slant, just like that, and then we can do the stamping and everything else with all of that. Might need to put some more glue in here. So I'm hoping this comes out on the 2nd of March, and then you would have seen all the cards at the beginning of March, 1st of March, and then obviously this is my process video of it. So I'm just going to fill up my glue. I have these big bottles. Excuse me. And I always have one in use and one as a backup. Sort of what I'm trying to do with like my ink and stuff like that. It doesn't always work out. But it does mean that if I am on my last bottle, I can order it in and I'm not hanging around for it. So that's my reasoning. So I don't know, when it rains in here, well not obviously not in here, but when it rains it just makes it a little bit warmer because obviously if you want this middle bit a little bit smaller you can do, but obviously you need to make your card, your middle bit smaller as well. So and if you've got directional paper, make sure it is the right way around. Even though this is seamless and I have to line it up and stuff, it's not here, there and everywhere. There is a thing to it. I think I might have cut this too short, but we'll soon see when we come to the black. But again, if it is, then it is what it is. Oh, cutting. That's a great thing with printable paper. If you make a mistake or you need more of one design, you can just print it off without having to get a new pad, which is great. I definitely like printables. The only problem is that my PC is going, no good no more. But I do have a memory sticking out, and I do have an Victoria, bless her, she got me a Chromebook so ages ago. So I've started using that to make up some of my seamless papers and downloading stuff and then just transferring it as and when I need to. Seems to be working. Not all the time, but you know. Yeah. There we go. Last one, and then it's just a printing, stamping, and then just putting the ephemera on. So yeah, so that is all the cards, bases ready to go. So and then obviously because it's black, excuse me sniffing, I'm going to do a white thank you. Now I'm not too sure if you can get this from Stampin' Up anymore, this white ink, but it's what I've got, it's what I'm using. So yeah. So basically by the time I finished stamping, the first ones should be ready just to go. Don't have to do it in the bottom corner, you can do it whichever corner you want to, but I do like it just in the bottom corner. all done. I will clean that after we're finished. Put that to one side so I know. So yeah, so as these are drying, we can pick these cards up again. And then these should just give you a little bit of a border of your other card. I suppose you can go like that, have a different look to it if you wanted to, but I quite like, I'm just going to do that because I quite like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And again, it's just a case of putting these all together. You can just use double-sided tape if you wish. Don't have to use the colour glue. You can use any other glue you like. So, but yeah. I really do have to stop sniffing. Does me no ends of good. Again, fit all there. At the moment, me and my partner are binge watching on season 6, so we're hoping season 7 will come out really soon. I know they're filming it, and I know that they've sort of put out an apology for how season 6 ended. No spoilers. But we're watching The Line of Duty. Now, I just started watching it, and then he came over one night and goes, "Oh, what are you watching?" I said, "Line of Duty." He goes, "Oh, I've seen that." So, but I only seen from season, I think he said season 5. So, well, I haven't seen it at all, so shut up. So, we've sort of been watched, and it's actually quite funny, because we were doing it one night, and he goes, "Oh, I really don't fancy a long film. Do you watch Line of Duty?" I went, yeah, that's fine. Now they're an hour each. 4 hours later, we would have been able to see two films in that time. Well, 4 hours later, we finished. I think we finished more or less. We finished the season. I think there was only 2 episodes left, and I said, I really do have to go. I've got to go, come back here and have some sleep before work. So, yeah. So this is the ephemera that I've picked. I've made these out of little bits of clip art from Natalie's fantastic art. Her page will be linked. She's got a Pay Hip store. If I could link it, I would do. But yeah, so there's different styles of dollies you can do, different hairstyles. They come with different eye colours, with different skin tones. I haven't done them all. I've only done so many because my PC kept on crashing. So, but I did manage to get enough to do these. So we've got blue hair, black black hair. I think we've got blonde hair on this one. Some have got headphones on, some haven't. But all reading a book and stuff. So I will probably show you them in a minute. And then just to add a little bit more of dimension, I've just she's put down some case files. So there's like a thick one and a thin one. So I've just printed them, and I've just picked 4 of each, just to go at the bottom of a chair. So again, just to add that bit of, you know, something. And again, I don't know how long this video is, but it just shows you that you can do some cards in, you know, however long it's taken me. So I think the longest it's taken is for me for doing this is doing the seamless papers and then doing the ephemera, because it's like you've got to put it all together. The hair comes separately and everything else, so you've got to put all that together. You've got to put the book in a hand and things like that, the headphones on and stuff like that. So that took the time basically. So, and again, I'm not, you know, I'm not specifically worried about which book goes with who. So but I'll quickly show you all of these, and obviously we're going to put some gems on them. I couldn't find red, so I was going to put, you know, murder, red, so I had to go for clear. Yes, I know I can, if I had the right pens, I could make the white gems red, but I don't have the right pens for that, I don't think. So yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not a game changer. It's not, you know, I'm not going to get told off for not having red gems. And again, you just do that. Now I'm putting 5 on, only because I don't know, just seems okay with 5. So again, just got a little tool. So I'm going to put 3 in the top corner, and then 2 in the bottom corner. Don't know, odd numbers just seem to work better than even. So but yeah, once these are done, I will give you a quick walkthrough, but I will give you obviously there'll be a walkthrough again, or there would have been a walkthrough already, so but yeah. I just find, you know, I do like card making. I find it very therapeutic. I think it's fabulous. My only problem is I've got nowhere to, nobody wants them. So somebody asked if I was going back to Stampin' Up, and the answer will be no. Not because I don't like Stampin' Up. I just find it a bit frustrating. I will buy, every now and again I might buy Stampin' Up products, but it will be in with the rest of my crafting, because, you know, I like other people, I like using other people's artwork, I like, you know, combining. Stampin' Up doesn't have everything I want to craft with. If it does, it tends to be very expensive for, you know, from what you can get cheaper. Yeah. So, but no. So. That's one strip done. So yeah, so that's all the cards done. I'll give you a quick thing, but there will be more detailed on it. So you've got that one there again, but all roughly the same, but you know, different coloured hair and with or without headphones. So yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me again. So yeah, so these are the cards for this month. Again, thank you very much, and I will see you again in some more videos. Okay, bye now.